So I've got a bit of a situation going on, and I figure I might as well just share the process of me sorting it out. It's been a while since I've even thought about doing it, so I may as well get on with it. So I literally bought a Page Master a few months ago, I think it was, or maybe a month. I can't remember when I bought it now. Maybe it's in October. It arrived damaged because the way the freaking people deliver, they sometimes people don't protect it properly. All they have to do is bubble wrap it, but they ain't got a clue. So then it smashes into floors and all sorts. And unfortunately, on this occasion, it's broken there. If you look around there, it's lost the support. And the trouble is, last thing you want is your VCR chewing it up and or bits breaking off and causing more issues than you need. I tried gluing, but then I was like, that's too risky. It's not strong enough. It's just not worth that. So I did a video recently showing sort of me just trying to repair the VCR really, because I wasn't sure if it was the VCR or the tape problem. Naturally, if a VCR chews a tape, we'd think it's the VCR's fault. I was watching it, I was testing it with different tapes. It was working fine, apart from one specific tape. Just constantly wanted to chew it up. Um, it's still to this moment, I don't know if it's still, because I put a different tape in and it was playing fine. It's only when I stopped and left it there for a couple of minutes, this other tape, and I went to eject it and it chewed it again. And I was like, oh, that's just annoying. So I'm not sure at this point whether there's like a tension problem when it stops. Does it slacken? I don't know. That's what it seems like, really. If you've got two reels, and when it's continuously in play, it's constantly being pulled, so it seems fine. Then when you stop, I don't know if the tension just slackens a little bit, and that means when it does retracting, it doesn't ping back like it's supposed to. That's what I'm guessing. But anyway, I managed to solve it with that issue before. But in this case, we've got an issue because I've took it apart. I know what it looks like, but I've not actually removed things to do it. But from seeing what can happen, it stands to reason that you should just be able to transfer the tape inside here into another tape. Uh, I'm going to try, because if it salvages this Page Master's a rare film. It's a good film to own. Um, like in the UK, for instance, it's not on streaming and it's not on disc. I mean, like any DVDs or anything. So literally, you have to have this. I got a job lot recently. At £13.50, it come with loads of videos. Like, there's going to be immense amount of profit from that, and I've gained some good videos from it. But it come with this rubbish one, which I don't give a crap about, in all honesty. So it was always going to be, for me to swap them, it's either buy blank tapes, which is probably just as expensive as these now. It's not cost me anything overall. It's a throwaway video, really. I can't see anyone want to buy that. I don't want it. So literally it says cheapest chips. So effectively, when I swap them over, I'll have to be stuck with that, because I have no idea how you would even remove this. It's not really coming up clearly, is it? A bit too bright. I think the exposure's too high, maybe. But unfortunately, we'd lose the sticker. But we'll see for now. I mean, I can always buy another one. But the reality is, I'd still like to see if I can get this one working. So ideally, I think what would be best to start with the one that I want to replace first, because otherwise I might be left with taping it and holding on. I just want to be able to get it and put it straight in it. And this one, it doesn't matter what happens to it, in all honesty, at this stage. The only thing I'm slightly worried about is not getting it in, although in might be an issue because you've got to get the tape across accurately in terms of tensions again. But it's really whether the tensioner, the thing, this switch at the bottom. I'm just hoping it doesn't lock up. I'm hoping I can swap it over and it functions, because if it locks up, I'm gonna have to keep tweaking and so that's almost like hope. You know, I don't actually, when I'm I've I only did it that one time. I don't really know what I'm doing in terms of that tweaking thing. I was just pressing it and hoping it's spinning. But if if that don't work, I don't know what the logical answer to it is. In all honesty, I'm sort of like, I'm reaching the end of my capacity with this, but fortunately, I'm not one to not try. Did I do that one? And I've got some intelligence to figure things out, so I'm good at problem solving. Oh yeah. So what we need to do is the top part, because the way the tape's attached, we want the top off. So again, we've got the cheapest chips rubbish bit. But this is what we're going to need. So I need to make sure I don't break this one, because this is the one that's functional. So what we don't care about, though, specifically is the tape. But it's going to be interesting for me to just see how it works. So the tape's got to go through. I'm going to try and show it. Maybe it might help other people, you know. So the tape's going to have to go between the runners. And it's the same for this side, but this side's more straight. So this one's straight up. This one's got more. It's got to go round this little one a bit more. This is what I'm talking about the switch. It's this little switch here. You've got a white one and a black one, but there's also a little nodule here. And that's the one that just releases them. when it locks up, neither spins, and then the VCR won't play it. It will literally, that's why sometimes you it jams. You put it in and it don't play because that's locked. So we don't want to mess with that because that's got like a springy thing in it. So we got. I am worried. I ain't lying here. I am a little worried because what am I doing? I don't want to. I don't want to. It's easy to watch it backwards. For instance, if it's on YouTube, it's going to be a lot easier to go back and forward. I've got no reference point. I haven't seen any videos on this or anything. Not to say no one's tried it, but I've never seen anyone doing it. So yeah, I'm just going to take it apart because then I might be able to just match it bit for bit. I mean, look at that; it's come straight off. Which is this piece here? Oh, you can't really see it. Oh, I need to put it back a little bit. This piece. Let's put that there. Let's just see. Hopefully we get it working. I just really want to be able to watch this video, to be totally honest. It was the first... When I'm going my VHS collection recently, if anyone's seen it, I've got an awful lot now. So really some rare ones, really incredibly rare ones now. Some really great ones from the 80s and some iconic movies. But this was the first... When I was looking to get into collecting VHS again, this was the one I went to straight away. It was the one I wanted. I just straight away, I've been thinking about Pagemaster, and I'm like, wait a minute, you can't get that anywhere. It's only because Home Alone, and then I'm starting to think, oh, I like Home Alone, I like Matilda, let's start going there. Then you go Simple, I think it's Simple Wish or Simple, yeah, I think it's Simple Wish with the girl from Matilda. And I've got that, but that actually come part of this job lot, the one that's included this, brand new. It's got Matilda and Mary Magdalene, Magdalene or something, I don't know what that is. But it's like a free box set, and it's literally sealed. So I'm not sure whether to open it or leave it sealed and just get another copy of that other film because it won't be. You'll find it in bundles, but I don't know if there's any value or need to hold on to brand new content. Oh, I've opened it the wrong end. Shit. Oh well, don't know where that goes. This is why we shouldn't do it the upside down because now I don't know where this white bit's come from. I think it's come from here. Yeah. Okay. So that's that one that come on the top. I shouldn't have opened it this way. It's going to really. It may mess me up now. This is going to be hilarious trying to do this. It doesn't look that complicated. It's just remembering how it goes, you know. May take a photo of my phone. The best option, just in case I get a bit messed up. I've got I've got at least something to work with. I think it's when you've got nothing. Let me put that there. There you go. Come on, rotate. Oh, God's sake. Who has that problem? You take a photo of your phone and it always does it in portrait mode, even though you've got it on the other way. So you always have to freaking edit and rotate. Right. That's good. So just a reference point. There you go. Just a little bit of help there. So if I get any trouble, I'm really annoyed with myself that I've done it the opposite way, but what can you do, you know? We're going to have to take this out. So literally just slide straight out, up and out. Don't want to snap it because, you know, I don't think it's worth anything, but who am I to say that's rubbish if someone else likes it? So now we've got the tape. This is it. We're in a most vulnerable state now. It looks slightly chewed there. Let's put that one straight in there. Put this one. Obviously, we're going to want slack, but I don't know if we're going to want that much slack. It might be easier to reel it in now, actually. Makes sense, doesn't it? That one I think went through there. I'm not sure how safe it is, like in terms of mechanically for me to be touching it, the tape. Like, do my oils cause problems? This hasn't been very complicated so far. I'm happy with that. Just not sure about that ring bit. I think I've done. But unfortunately, it hasn't really shown where it'd go. I think, in theory, you'd go through this gap. Yeah, you'd go there. Right, we're in. So in between this, I can't really show it now. Don't know if my phone is too bright, isn't it? The one on the right hand side, so it's this furthest one here. It has to go in between this very fine bit, but it's got like a little bendy thing you can push. I know that's not much help, but it's so hard for me to be able to do this with a microphone, with a camera, while I try to set this in place. I'm happy with that. Whether that's working. What we have is tension. It made sure I'm a little worried. I'm not sure how tight it is. It doesn't look. Ideally, we want to get past the chew point. I think. I'm a little worried it's locked. If they both lock, it will never turn. So that's it can't turn that way because it's full. So that it would have to turn that way. In which case, take that. Yeah. Okay, it's working. I have no doubt now that this will work. All I now have to do because that's in. It's in. I'm just a little bit worried about the chew mark. So if we can get past the chew center, it's less likely to chew up in the machine. Looks smoother there. Slight on the end here somewhere, but it should be all right. Right, yo. Oh wait, I think we put it in the wrong way again. I should have put it in front way first, shouldn't I? I've just crushed the crap out of that. Just damaged it. I've done it the wrong way round again, didn't I? Just got to make sure it's straight. So damn it. It's because this is like sharp. Oh wow, now it's come off. Wait a minute, was this damaged as well? Slightly worried. This tape may have been damaged to begin with. Uh, with ideally, just put it straight. That's what we need. Don't worry, I'm going to snap it in a minute. Oh, that's close. Yeah, okay, okay. Well, I figured it out. We figured it out. It's a bit annoying me how every time I lift it, it's falling off because that shouldn't really be the case. I wouldn't normally do that. I'd normally press the button. But where's the button? See what happens. Because ideally, that does need to be open while we do this. Slightly worried, thinking, is this case broke? That looks like it's broke to me, the top part. See where this spring is? It's really struggling to go in. I think that's supposed to go in underneath that. This is turning into a right old thing, but I think realistically, that's supposed to go under that. No, I'm not getting it in. I may have to use a different tape at this point. Did I take the front off or the back off last time? That's what I'm trying to think now. It's the top, wasn't it? What's the top? So effectively, this bit here needs to hit the spring. It's just whether it works. It's a bit loose. Well, I think we've done it. There you go. Doesn't matter if it takes a while, as long as we get it done. I am slightly worried. It does feel a little loose, that part, but we'll see what happens. Like I say, at the end of the day, the whole point is being able to watch a movie that you couldn't watch before, because the whole thing was just smashed to hell. It only has to be able to go round so the thing can read it. That's going to be quite interesting, I think. Right, so it's all sealed now. The lid, I'm not sure if the lid's 100% straight. It seems to do what it's supposed to do. You press the button and it lifts. Tape seems fine. as best it's going to be. So it's inside there now. So effectively, inside this case is PageMaster. All I've got to do is put that tape in the case now. I'll sort this one out later if I can be bothered. So all I'll do is, well, not even that one. Who gives a crap about that one? Forget that. We just put this one in there. And if anything, if I can't get the label off, I can always get like an empty label and write on it, PageMaster. Not ideal in terms of collectors, but at least it works. You know, I don't think we're going to get the tape off it, to be totally honest. Off this, I don't think it. I would have thought that'd be impossible to. I don't want to risk it. It's just going to rip. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll try and do a separate video and then put it together so we can see if it works. Yeah, at this point, I have no idea. Now is the moment of truth. We'll see if this works. So it says cheapest chips, and that is PageMaster now. Here we go. I am really excited. I hope it works. I've been waiting a long time for that to work. So we've got audio. Don't see video. The thing is, because I've never seen it, I don't know the quality, and it doesn't look like the video's very well maintained. All this effort. What I'm going to do is just speed past it. Some videotapes are going to be worn to hell. Unfortunately, this might be one of them. So the video's constantly going off and on. I think this might be an advert. I can't remember the film specifically. It's just a big fast forward. We try and get up to about 30 minutes. We're deep into the film. At this point, it's more about not whether the video is good quality, because that's irrelevant. It's more than did it work? Are we able to salvage these tapes? So we'll move it forward a little bit, see if it looks any different. Of course, at this point, we know it's good. I'm more interested now whether the quality of my film, but at this point, the experiment's worked, hasn't it? Maybe one moment of truth will be when it comes to ejecting the movie, but that could be a different thing. Depends if its detention's tight enough. It's actually fine. Picture quality is bad in certain spaces, but it's watchable, and like I said, it's rare. So the moment of truth now is going to be ejecting. I've noticed sometimes if you eject not at the beginning or end, it could be a problem. I'm tempted just to rewind it. We'll rewind it. Only because at the moment I'm starting to figure out that, like I said, if it's not fully at the beginning or end, I don't know how reliable it is ejecting. Right, for some reason, 0 is 6 minutes. Way! It works. I'm surprised, a bit shocked, really, to be totally honest. You know, we do things, but we don't always expect it to work. All we can do is give it a try. At that point, you've got a film that's no good anyway. You're never going to watch it. You've got another film that's broken where you have no means to watch it. So there's not really much to lose in that. So I think it's worth experimenting with it in terms of I wouldn't destroy a great film or a good film because you can always get a cheap one off at eBay or wherever, just get a job lot of bulk. You'll find some rubbish ones and then you can salvage it through that. Effectively, I was curious, like, is it one size fits all, which we would assume, but then sometimes you get films that are 20 minutes and what I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, wait a minute, it doesn't really matter. Either way, videotapes are inherently the same size and they could fit the same amount on them, like tape-wise, but some of them just choose to use a little bit of tape, a very short video. So you can always put, so it doesn't matter if it comes from a short video, because the space for the tape is still standard throughout. So even if you've got a 3-hour video or 2.5-hour video and you want to use a videotape case that's got a 20-minute video in it, it really doesn't matter. It just put it in. So now I'm happy because if there's ever another instance like this or someone's maybe selling a faulty one and I want the film, it's something to consider, isn't it? It isn't ideal because, of course, we'd rather have everything correct. I want the sticker, but at this point, at least it's watchable. Now, that video's got its issues, and you're going to get that, especially on the used market. You can't guarantee anything. It can look great on the outside. You play it, you can have some terrible audio on some of them. Sounds like a machine gun because that part of the tape's broke. Other parts, it can't even figure out the signal. And of course, for the main part, it's going to be videos that have been watched heavily because they've been so much gone through the system. It's just completely grained at that point. And that's why I'm a little bit more nervous when it's like kids sort of films, because kids inherently watch and watch and watch and watch and watch, and it kind of like just abuses the tape. But it works.